Welcome back to our channel. We have recently received news about the passing of some beloved and influential American figures and other remarkable individuals worldwide. This video pays tribute to their lives, legacies, and the impact they have left behind. Before we begin, we would truly appreciate your support by liking this video and sharing it with others. It is a meaningful way to honor their memory and help more people reflect on their incredible contributions. Thank you for being part of this moment with us. Now, let us get started.
Now I know that it's true.
Lenny Welch, Mr. Asbury Park, passes away at 84, leaving behind a timeless voice and legacy. A soulful voice that once defined an era has fallen silent. Lenny Welch, the velvet-voiced crooner whose hits like Since I Fell for You and Ebb Tide captured hearts across America, passed away on April 8, 2025, at the age of 84. He died at Advent Health Celebration Hospital in Kissimmee, Florida, with his beloved wife, Frances Welch, tenderly holding his hand. Although the cause of death has not been disclosed, the sorrow from his loss is deeply felt in Asbury Park and beyond, a city that long cherished him as its first true rock and roll star. Born in New York City and raised on West Bangs Avenue in Asbury Park, Welch never imagined himself a singer. Yet fate intervened when local artist Joe Major invited him to join a vocal group, unknowingly changing the course of Welch's life. His smooth tenor voice, once hidden behind modesty, rose to national prominence in the early 60s, becoming the soundtrack of romance for a generation. Hits like You Don't Know Me and A Taste of Honey made him a household name, while artists from Bruce Springsteen to local peers interpreted him as Mr. Asbury Park. Despite early fame, the rise of the British invasion and changing musical tastes forced Welch out of the spotlight. He worked humble jobs, even driving a cab in New York, before returning to performing in the 90s. His final hometown performance came in 2011 at the Soul of Asbury Park concert, a triumphant moment celebrating a lifelong bond with his city. Lenny Welch was more than a voice. He was a symbol of perseverance, grace, and authenticity. He leaves behind his wife Frances and a legacy of music that will echo for generations.
The Berlin stick.
It went pretty much as you figured. Now that he's the big star.
Hollywood action legend Mel Novak passed away on the morning of April 9th at a care facility in Southern California at the age of 90. According to his daughter, Nicole Conant, the cause of death was due to old age and prolonged health issues. In his final years, he endured constant pain, the lasting result of countless dangerous stunts he performed himself, a testament to his courage and unwavering dedication to the art of cinema. Mel Novak left an indelible mark on audiences with his portrayal of Stick, the cold, sharp-shooting villain in Game of Death, 1978, starring alongside the legendary Bruce Lee. With his icy demeanor and piercing presence, Novak was often cast as the antagonist and appeared in numerous action classics throughout the 1970s and 1980s. His on-screen presence consistently brought intensity and tension to every film he was in. But Novak was more than just an actor. He was a man of resilience, pushing through a lifetime of injuries to pursue his passion. Over a career that spanned more than half a century, he not only acted, but also devoted himself to community outreach and spreading faith to those in need. Perhaps most poignant of all, before his passing, Mel was still working on a final film project that he held close to his heart. Although details have not been widely released, it was a role he had hoped would be a fitting exclamation point to his 50-year career. Although he never had the chance to finish it, his tireless work ethic, deep passion, and indomitable spirit will forever live on in the hearts of movie lovers. Farewell to a legend, a true warrior who never surrendered to fate.
You hear that, Elwood? She called you an escort.
A unique talent and a true icon of American entertainment, Patty Maloney passed away on Monday at the age of 89. Her representative, Jeffrey Losef, confirmed the news to USA Today, stating that she died at a hospice care center in Winter Park, Florida, after enduring complications from multiple strokes over the years. A testament to the difficult health journey she faced in her final chapter. Standing at just 3 feet 11 inches, Patty Maloney captivated audiences not only with her petite stature, but with her vibrant talent and extraordinary spirit. She made a lasting impression with her role as Alice Bates in Little House on the Prairie, and became a beloved figure in popular variety shows such as Donnie and Marie and Bay City Rollers. She also portrayed Lumpy, Chewbacca's son, in the 1978 Star Wars Holiday Special, a role that became one of her most recognized. Beyond television, Patty showcased her remarkable versatility on Broadway stages, delivering deeply heartfelt one-woman performances, and even shared the stage in Las Vegas with legendary comedian Totie Fields. Her career began under the circus lights of Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey, where the world first glimpsed the spark of a performer destined for greatness. Patty Maloney remains a powerful symbol of resilience and boundless passion. Despite significant health challenges, she gave herself fully to her craft, leaving behind a legacy not just of memorable characters, but of a radiant soul who touched every stage, screen, and heart she encountered. Farewell to a small star who shone so brilliantly, Patty Maloney.
Your love's loveliness, I hold.
Johnny Tillotson, the beloved voice behind some of the most iconic songs of the 1960s, has passed away at the age of 86. His wife, Nancy Tillotson, confirmed the news in a heartfelt Facebook post, describing him as the sweetest, kindest, and most generous man she had ever known. While the exact cause of his passing has not been revealed, Nancy shared that he passed peacefully, leaving behind a legacy of unforgettable music and an enduring presence in the hearts of his fans. Born in Jacksonville, Florida, Johnny Tillotson's music career began in 1958, and he quickly rose to stardom with his 1960 hit Poetry in Motion, which climbed to number 1, 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. This song marked the beginning of his remarkable journey, becoming a staple in the soundtracks of the teenage era. In 1962, he released another hit, It Keeps Right on A Hurtin', which not only earned him his first Grammy nomination, but was also later covered by musical legends like Elvis Presley. Despite his commercial success, Johnny's career was not without its struggles. As musical tastes shifted in the late 1960s, he faced the challenge of adapting to new trends while staying true to his sound. His efforts to maintain his place in a rapidly changing music landscape often led to personal and professional obstacles. Yet, Johnny's ability to push through these challenges and continue creating timeless music proved his resilience and dedication. Johnny Tillotson's legacy goes far beyond the chart-topping hits. He was a devoted family man, beloved husband, father, and grandfather. His sincere and soulful voice touched generations, and he will forever be remembered not just for his music, but for his kindness and gratitude toward his fans.
from the shores of eternity. Birds and bees and butterflies.
Bill Fay, the gifted British folk singer-songwriter, passed away on February 21st, 2025, in London at the age of 81. Throughout his life, Fay offered the world haunting melodies and deeply philosophical lyrics that quietly resonated with music lovers across generations and borders. Although he never sought the spotlight, his music moved in silent, powerful waves. A legacy carved not by fame, but by truth and soul. Born in North London in 1943, Fay's musical journey began while studying electronics in Wales, where he taught himself piano and harmonium. Early demos caught the attention of Terry Noon, former drummer for Van Morrison, leading to a deal with Durham Records. His first two albums, Bill Fay, 1970, and Time of the Last Persecution, 1971, though now considered classics, failed commercially. Disillusioned but undeterred, Fay stepped away from the industry, taking on various jobs, groundskeeper, fishmonger, all the while continuing to write and record in quiet devotion. In the 1990s, a new generation of musicians, including Wilco's Jeff Tweedy and Nick Cave, rediscovered his work. A renaissance followed, with powerful albums like Life is People, 2012, Who is the Sender, 2015, and Countless Branches, 2020, reaffirming his status as a cult icon. Even in the face of Parkinson's disease, Fay remains artistically driven. He was reported working on new material just a month before his passing. Bill Fay's departure is a profound loss for the music world. His songs, imbued with spiritual reflection and human fragility, remain timeless offerings of grace. More than just a musician, Fay was a seeker, a poet, and a gentle soul whose music quietly changed lives. On April 1st, 2025, Michael Hurley, the eccentric folk legend often called the godfather of freak folk, passed away in Portland, Oregon, at the age of 83. His death leaves a deep void in the hearts of independent music lovers, those who were drawn to his raw, humorous, and poetic music that he pursued for more than 6 decades. Although he never reached the commercial heights of the music industry, Hurley quietly built a unique artistic world where music, painting, and comics intertwined in a creative and authentic flow. Born in 1941 in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, Hurley began writing music at the age of 13 and released his debut album, First Songs, in 1964 under the famous Folkways label. He chose a simple, independent life, often recording music at home and releasing it through his own label, Bellmead Phonics. Despite facing illness in his youth, particularly a severe case of mononucleosis, he never gave up on music. Michael Hurley's influence spreads further than he ever imagined. Artists such as Will Oldham, Lucinda Williams, Cat Power, and Yola Tango have all cited him as an inspiration. His album, Have Moisey, 1976, is hailed by critics as a folk masterpiece of its time. Not only a talented musician, Hurley was also a vibrant painter, illustrating many of his own album covers with cartoon characters like Boone the Wolf and Jocko, symbols of the whimsical world he created. Michael Hurley leaves behind 5 children and a profound artistic legacy. In a constantly changing music world, he embodies the essence of consistency and original beauty, an artist who remains true to himself until his very last breath. Ken Tobias, the legendary singer-songwriter from St. John, New Brunswick, passed away at the age of 79 after a courageous battle with brain cancer. The news was confirmed with heartfelt sorrow by his brother, Tony Tobias, on social media. "As we try to imagine a world without Ken," Tony wrote, "let us be grateful for the joy and beauty he brought to the world for more than 60 years." Born in the coastal city of St. John, Ken Tobias quickly rose to prominence in both the Canadian and international music scenes. He was best known for writing the iconic hit "Stay a While" for the soft rock band The Bells, a song that captivated the hearts of millions. His own recordings, including Dream No. 2 and Give a Little Love, showcased his gentle artistry and emotional depth, making him a cherished voice in folk and pop music. Throughout his illustrious career, Tobias received numerous accolades, including 5 SOCAN Classics Awards, which honor songs with over 100,000 radio plays. Beyond his solo success, he was a devoted mentor and producer, nurturing the talents of emerging Canadian artists like Kim Jarrett and Jessica Ray, helping them find their own place in music. Ken Tobias leaves behind a musical legacy filled with sincerity, warmth, and soulful craftsmanship. His melodies will continue to resonate, a testament to the timeless power of honest expression. Though he may be gone, his spirit endures in every note, in every lyric, and in the hearts of all who were touched by his songs.
Laying soft upon my skin.
With the haunting sounds that echo from the deepest heart of America, Kris Kristofferson, the soldier-turned-music legend, brought his extraordinary journey to a close on September 28, 2024, at the age of 88. His passing is a profound loss, not only to the world of art, but to all who found solace, truth, and courage in his poetic, soul-stirring music and unwavering humanity. Born into a distinguished military family, once a captain in the U.S. Army and a Rhodes Scholar at Oxford, Kristofferson walked away from a prestigious path to follow the calling of his heart. He worked as a janitor at a recording studio, flew helicopters to make ends meet, and even sacrificed family ties to pursue his musical dreams in Nashville. That relentless spirit forged a masterful songwriter whose timeless works, Me and Bobby McGee, Sunday Morning Comin' Down, and Help Me Make It Through the Night, continued to resonate across generations. Kristofferson was not only a gifted artist, but also a fearless advocate for justice. He faced prejudice head-on, spoke out against war and for human rights, even when it cost him professionally. One unforgettable moment saw him comforting Sinead O'Connor at Madison Square Garden as she was booed. A tender act of solidarity. "Don't let the bastards get you down," he told her. A line that spoke volumes of his defiance and compassion. Kris Kristofferson leaves behind more than music. He leaves a legacy of character, rugged yet tender, restless yet full of love. In every lyric, every rhythm, he composes a long ballad of freedom and flawed humanity. And as he once wrote, "Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. His freedom and his truth will live on."
Smiles when he sings.
Ed Askew, cult folk musician and gifted painter, passed away on January 4th, 2025, at the age of 84. After a long period of health struggles, he died peacefully in hospice care, leaving behind a deep sense of loss among art and music lovers around the world. His close friend and manager, Jay Pluck, confirmed the heartbreaking news and honored Askew as a genius artist and a genius person, someone who changed the lives of many generations with his honest and courageous music. Born in 1940 in Stamford, Connecticut, Askew studied painting at Yale School of Art and began writing music while teaching at a private prep school. During that single semester, he wrote more than 25 songs, many of which would later appear on his debut album, Ask the Unicorn, 1968, released by the iconic ESP disc. With his distinctive Martin Tipple and emotionally raw, lo-fi style, he quickly became an underground icon of experimental folk music. Although reclusive and far from the spotlight, Askew released 11 albums over the course of his life, including These Nights and Days, 1999, Little Eyes, 2005, and London, 2020. His creative energy extended beyond music. He was also a prolific visual artist, exhibiting new paintings in his later years in Brooklyn and Brussels. A passionate poet as well, he frequently performed at the Poetry Project and published collections of his writing. Ed Askew was the embodiment of a true artist, one who lived for art, stayed loyal to his inner voice, and faced the world with quiet resilience. He leaves behind a body of music, painting, and poetry, each work a whisper of truth, a breath of freedom, and a celebration of imperfect, deeply human beauty.
I can't fight it. Oh, it's so hard to live.
Smokey Robinson, a lifetime of soul, struggle, and song. Born on February 19, 1940, in Detroit, Michigan, William Smokey Robinson Jr. was raised amid the heartbeat of African-American music. Growing up in the city's North End, he was immersed in a world of gospel choirs, doo-wop harmonies, and the soulful sounds of R&B pouring from local radio stations. These early sonic experiences shaped his love for melody and his desire to tell stories through music. Even as a young boy, Smokey will entertain friends and family with impromptu performances, his voice already hinting at the legend he will become. Every sidewalk melody and Sunday choir echoed within him, nurturing a sense of purpose that went far beyond entertainment. It became the language through which he would one day touch the world. On a scale from 0 to 10, how deeply do you feel Smokey's early influences shaped his destiny? Share your thoughts and rate his impact. Your voice helps keep his legacy alive. Encouraged by supportive relatives, Smokey's creative spark led him to form a vocal group in high school that would eventually become the Matadors. Their harmonies stood out in Detroit's competitive scene, embodying a raw but refined energy that set them apart. A transformative meeting with Berry Gordy in 1957 would change everything. Recognizing Smokey's lyrical talent and unique voice, Gordy took him under his wing. The Matadors evolved into The Miracles, and their debut single under Motown Records, Shop Around, became a nationwide hit in 1960. The song's blend of accessible pop and raw R&B marked the beginning of a new musical era, one in which black artistry would transcend racial barriers and define a generation. As frontman of The Miracles, Smokey became one of the architects of the Motown sound, a sonic signature that married Polish with heart. His songwriting struck emotional chords with audiences, penning timeless tracks like You've Really Got a Hold on Me, The Tracks of My Tears, and Mickey's Monkey. Smokey's voice, warm and expressive, was the perfect vehicle for lyrics about love, heartbreak, and hope. With his smooth stage presence and poetic sensibility, he was often called the Poet Laureate of Soul, a title earned not through accolades, but through the sincerity that saturated every note he sang. Smokey's influence extended far beyond his group. He wrote hits for other Motown acts, including My Guy for Mary Wells and The Way You Do the Things You Do for The Temptations. His songwriting process was marked by a deep understanding of each artist's strengths, allowing him to craft songs that felt personal and resonant. He had the rare gift of empathy through melody, molding each composition to echo the soul of its performer. This talent earned him a leadership role at Motown, where he helped guide the label's creative direction while mentoring younger talents. His fingerprints were on nearly every hit that emerged from the Motown machine, weaving a musical tapestry that mirrored the emotional pulse of the times. By the late 1960s, Smokey was juggling multiple roles: executive, performer, and writer. Despite his growing responsibilities, he remained committed to the miracles, delivering heartfelt performances and chart-topping hits. However, the demands of fame and the desire to spend more time with his family eventually led him to announce his retirement from the group in 1972. That same year, he released Flying High Together, his final album with the Miracles. It marked the end of an era, one where Smokey had helped define the spirit of Motown and etched his name into the annals of American music. His retirement was short-lived. The pull of songwriting and performing brought him back as a solo artist in 1973. This chapter of his career revealed a more introspective side, shaped by life's triumphs and tribulations. Songs like Baby Come Close showcased a softer, more romantic sound. His solo efforts explored vulnerability with grace, and audiences responded with admiration. Hits like Cruisin', 1979, and Being With You, 1981, solidified his status as a solo star, now singing not only to the crowds, but from a deeper place within himself, a place of growth, self-reflection, and profound emotional truth. While he enjoyed renewed success, Smokey's life was not without hardship. In the 1980s, he faced a battle with substance abuse that threatened his health and career. With the support of loved ones and a newfound faith, he entered recovery and reclaimed control of his life. His candidness about this period inspired fans and added emotional weight to his later music. Songs took on deeper meaning, and his legacy expanded beyond music to include resilience and redemption. Smokey transformed adversity into art, pain into poetry, becoming a beacon of strength for anyone navigating the darker corners of their own journey. The passing of Motown peers like Marvin Gaye left a lasting impact on Smokey. He channeled his grief into tribute performances and continued creating music that honored their memory. Personal losses and moments of introspection became catalysts for songwriting, helping him process pain through art. Music remained a healing force in his life, a way to make sense of the world and connect with listeners on a profound level. In every elegy he penned, there was not only mourning, but also gratitude, a celebration of shared history and enduring brotherhood. In recognition of his contributions, Smokey was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1987. More honors followed, including the Kennedy Center honors in 2006. Despite accolades, he remained humble, using his influence to mentor young musicians and engage in community work. He supported initiatives in education and healthcare, often returning to his Detroit roots to give back. For Smokey, success was never just about stardom. It was about stewardship, about lifting others as he climbed, and making space for new voices to rise. Today, Smokey Robinson remains a vital presence in music. He continues to tour occasionally, enchanting fans with his timeless voice and heartfelt performances. His concerts blend classic hits with stories behind the songs, offering an intimate look at a life dedicated to expression. Even in his 80s, his energy and passion shine through, a testament to his enduring artistry. On stage, he doesn't simply sing, he invites you into his memory, his joy, his sorrow, his love. And audiences, old and new, answer with standing ovations and open hearts. Through every triumph and trial, Smokey Robinson has remained true to his craft. His songs continue to inspire, and his journey stands as a testament to the power of music to uplift, heal, and transcend generations. In a world of fleeting fame, Smokey's light endures, clear, soulful, and forever resonant. He is not just a legend of Motown, but a living symbol of the enduring power of authenticity, melody, and heart.